Well, TrackMan University just takes in that sort of feeling that we as teachers should never cease to learn. You have a lot of like-minded individuals, very passionate about teaching, that want to continue to improve themselves as teachers, so ultimately they can, if you will, get the message across to their student as simple and as effectively as possible. Or I think in teaching over maybe, certainly over the last 20, 30 years, there's been a disparity between the consistency of what's being taught, and I think with TrackMan now, things are starting to get more onto an even par. Instructors are talking the same language. They may communicate it differently to the individuals they're working with, but the ultimate goal is get the message across and get the student ultimately performing to their potential.
So even though I knew the face was responsible for start line, it helped me understand how much and why.
I think it's really good to find out whether you're giving them good advice or not. If you give them the right advice, those numbers will change.
If we hit down on those shots, you could see that the path is clearly to the right of the hole. So that's okay if we want to draw it, but if we want to hit it straight and hit down on it, we must shift the plane's direction, or we call it swing direction.
So knowing gear effect and being able to read the gear effect numbers from the TrackMan numbers helps the teacher understand what else needs to be adjusted to get the sweet spot hit.
You get a lot of passionate instructors together and we start sharing some ideas, success stories, some best practices. You start to just make these improvements in your own teaching and you feel invigorated that, hey, there's other like-minded individuals out there who really want to, improve themselves and learn from you. And I think with TrackMan U, we have a lot of best practices. I wouldn't necessarily call them shortcuts, but it gets you as a teacher headed in the right direction. And I think when we come together collectively in that, it's a very powerful mixture and it makes everybody better.